All right, today we're going to deconstruct the methods of a true sales wizard, a man who's turned real estate into both a science and an art form. We are going inside the mind of a master closer, Richard Duggal.
Let's just start with a number, 51. In one single quarter, Richard Duggal listed 51 for-sale-by-owner properties. Now, if you know anything about real estate, you know those are notoriously the most difficult sellers in the entire market. So how does one person pull that off? Well, the secret behind that number isn't what you might think.
This quote, it reveals his entire philosophy. While other agents are pouring money into ads and billboards, Duggal's greatest asset is his ability to communicate. His success isn't built on some massive marketing budget. It's built on mastering language, and that skill was forged in some of the toughest sales environments you can possibly imagine.
To really understand the master, we need to go back, way back, to the beginning. Duggal's journey is just a masterclass in pure grit, and it started long before he ever even thought about selling a house. Let's take a look at the path that built this legend.
I mean, check this out. At just 4 years old, he's selling in the markets of England. By 17, he's doing one of the classic, most brutal sales jobs there is, selling encyclopedias door to door. Before real estate, he sold everything. Vacuum cleaners, jewelry, even stun guns. You see, this wasn't just a job for him. It was a decades-long apprenticeship in persuasion that eventually led to him breaking a 42-year-old sales record and hitting legendary status at RE/MAX.
But even with all that success, there was a pivotal moment. He's at a seminar and he's watching a mentor just dismantle objections, not with force, but with the precision of a surgeon. And that's when Duggal had an epiphany. Real success wasn't just about raw hustle. It was about mastering a very, very specific tool.
This became his mantra. He realized that every single marketing dollar, every ad, every social media post, it all eventually leads to one thing, a conversation. And if you can master that final conversation, the blah, 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 as he calls it, you control the entire outcome. So he decided to turn that art into a science.
And the tool he chose? Neuro-Linguistic Programming, or NLP. It's basically the study of how specific words and language patterns affect our minds and our behavior. But Duggal didn't just read a book. No, he went straight to the source, getting certified by both original co-founders. He essentially took the therapeutic principles of NLP and reverse-engineered them for one single purpose: to get a contract signed.
This reveals the raw effort behind the magic. A skill level like his isn't a gift. It's forged. We're talking 12 role-play partners a week, writing out scripts and language patterns every single day. He practiced his scripts out loud in public, like in line at the DMV, gestures and all. He embodies the principle of Kaizen, constant, never-ending improvement. The man is absolutely obsessed.
So how does all that obsession translate into a repeatable system? Well, Duggal developed a framework for influence that is both super simple and incredibly profound. Let's open up his Persuasion toolkit.
He teaches that influence has 3 parts. Part 1 is who you are. That's your inner game, your confidence, your beliefs. Part 2 is persuasion and influence, the actual scripts and strategies you use. And Part 3 is sizing people up. Now here's the thing. Most people only ever focus on Part 2, the scripts. But Duggal believes the real masters work on all 3, especially number 1, themselves, and number 3, understanding their client.
And a key part of sizing people up is understanding these 4 personality styles. You've got the driver, who just wants the bottom line. The amiable, who needs to feel a connection and trust you. The analytical, your classic engineer type, needs data and facts. And then there's the expressive, who wants energy and excitement. You can't use the same pitch for all 4. A master adapts their language to match the listener.
Now, this next concept is one of his most powerful insights. People make decisions in one of 2 ways, either externally, by seeking outside opinions, or internally, by trusting their own gut. Now, think back to those for-sale-by owners. They are almost always strongly internal. Their mindset is, I know what I'm doing. And this is exactly why standard sales scripts, which try to tell them what to do, fail so spectacularly. You have to speak their language.
So when you put it all together, the relentless practice, the deep understanding of human psychology, and the decades of experience, you get a master at work. But what's really driving him to keep pushing the boundaries? It's not just about the numbers.
Here's the bottom line. Duggal sees skill development as the ultimate investment. If a new skill lets you close a deal in 20 minutes instead of 40, you've literally created 20 minutes out of thin air. It saves time, energy, and money. For him, mastering a skill isn't a cost, it is pure 100% profit.
And that profit isn't just financial. This is his ultimate goal. Not to be the richest or the most famous, but to be recognized by those in the know as the absolute best at the craft of selling. It's a legacy of pure, undeniable skill.
Which really leaves us with a question. Duggal became obsessed with mastering language, and it transformed his entire world. So looking at your own life, your own career, what's the one skill that if you truly mastered it, would change your game completely?